Hi, hello, namaste. My name is Doipan Roy Chaudhary, and in today's live session, we're going to solve IBPS PO Prelims level mock test. So it is available on Practice Mock platform, and the link is given in the description box. So let's get started. So reasoning, okay, 10 boxes, 10 boxes, 2 stack, 7 members, 3 generation, 10% pentagon, company function, 9, okay, 7% theater, okay. We have 5 questions, so I'll do this first. O greater than G, true. G less than equal to G, no. So only one is true. Next one is U less than S, no. T greater than V, no. So neither conclusion holds. M greater than K, true. Y less than O, less than equal to O, yes. So both are holding. 7% linear row, 3% face to west, remaining face east. Okay. So I'll just skip this one. Only a few birds. Cat, some cat, feline, some feline is not lion, no lion, cat. Some birds, it's not mine. No, not necessarily. So neither follows. All cat, pay, all pay, view, no pay, rate. You view rate, view rate, no rate, call, rate, call. Only 2 follows. Mostly pen, ink, some ink, blue, all blue, black, all black being pen possibility. Some ink is black, so both follows. Only lit is lamp. All candle, lit, some candle, bulb. Some lit is not bulb. Some lit is not bulb. Some candle is not bulb. Candle is not. No, not as a, just a second. Some lit is not bulb. Some lit. Some lit is not bulb is true. Some candle is not bulb. Not necessarily. So only one follows. Certain number of people. And not this one. 7%. Theater from Monday to Sunday. There's a model person went to the theater on each day. On each day. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. So Anu went on one of the days before Wednesday. Only 2%. Okay, so Anu or Anu 2%. Arav 1 2. Arav only 1% between Arav and Adil. Adil did not go on Sunday. So Adil. So here Adil can be here or can be here. Only 2% between Adil and Anna. 1 2 Anna. If here 1 2 Anna. Okay. Anuj did not go on Wednesday. Okay, let me just take another projection. Adil for this here Adil. Adil and Anna, 1, 2, Anna or Anna, Anna. One person went between Anna and Anuj. Anna, Anuj, Anuj. But Anuj did not went on Wednesday. So Anuj. Amy went before Ajay. So in both this scenario, Ajay is coming on Sunday. But Amy went before Ajay on Sunday. So Anuj went on Sunday. Just before Amy, Adil. Adil went on second Tuesday. So Thursday is Arav, Anu and Anna. Amy. Okay, how many? 3. Okay. So this is no, not now. Not now. 10% Pentagon, not now. 3% family. So, okay, 7 member T is the only son of S. T is the only son of S. Who is the mother-in-law of U? Okay. S is mother-in-law of U. T is unmarried. So she must have a sister and U must have been that guy. T is unmarried and U has a son. R is mother of W, who is grandson of V. V has 2 children. X is unmarried. Okay. What about X? X is unmarried. R is, just a second. U has a son, X. R is mother of W. R is mother of W, who is grandson of V. Okay, R is mother of W, right? R is mother of W. T is the only son of S, who is mother-in-law. S, who is mother-in-law of U. T is unmarried and U has a son, W. R is mother of W. W, who is grandson of V. V has 2 children. Now, where can I put X? Can I even put X? There is nothing related to X, right? U has a son. T is the only son of S. Absolutely. Who is S? Who is mother-in-law of U? S is mother-in-law of U. T is unmarried and U has a son. U has a son. R is mother of W. R is mother of W, who is grandson. Right? R is mother of W, who is grandson of V. V has 2 children and X is unmarried. Right? No place for X, right? So we'll skip it. 10% Pentagon. Each person face to a center, right? So it's each corner of it, 1% each corner. So Pentagon, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All facing inside. Only 3% sit between L and P. P who sits at one of the corner. So P 1, 2, 3 L, or P 1, 2, 3 L. Only 1% sits between L and I from either side. I does not sit second to the right of P. Okay. So I cannot be here. So I has to be here. For this, I have 2 possibilities, that I can be here, or 1, 2, I can be here. It does not say second to the right of P. Okay. Only 4 persons sit between M and I from either side. 4 persons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I or 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. From either side, right? So 4% means, so M has to be here in this scenario. M has to be here. For this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So M can be here, or M can be 1, 2, 3, 4. M can be here. Okay. Only 4 persons sit between M and I. Okay. N, who sits adjacent to M, does not sit second to the left of L. N, who is adjacent to M, does not sit second to the left of M. I think I should just take another scenario here. It's getting a bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So LP was fixed here for me. If I was here, M was here, right? So M here, I here, M, I here, and M here. Now they are saying that N sits adjacent to M. N sits adjacent to M, but does not sit second to the left of M, right? So N has to be here, and for this, N has to be here. So threes are all following. K sits at one of the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 corners fills. So K sits at one of the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. So K sits at the corner. K sits at a corner. Q sits fourth to the right of H, who does not sit adjacent to I or L. Q sits for H, 1, 2, 3, Q. But H does not sit here or here. I or L cannot be here. Who sit adjacent to neither L or P. Okay, so H. First, let me see H, Q. Q sits fourth to the right of H. Q sits fourth to the right of H. So H here, 1, 2, 3. Q. H cannot be here. H cannot be here. Here. Okay, so H, 1, 2, 3. Q. O sits adjacent to neither L nor P. So O here. What's wrong with this? I or L. So H here, 1, 2, 3. Q. O does not sit L or P. So not possible. Here H, Q. So O here. This is also possible, right? This is I get that O here, P here. But for this H, Q. Okay, okay. Only 3% sit between L and P. Q sits put to the right of H. 1, 2, 3, Q. H who does not sit adjacent to I or L. Okay, O sits neither adjacent to P nor L. M does not sit second to the left of L. Q sits both to the right of H who does not sit adjacent to I or L. Not getting it. Okay, so let's see the questions. J M M H K I L. Okay, so this is correct from J here, because JM, if J is here, JM MH KI IL and JQ. Okay, this can also be correct. Not getting it right. I'll just give 30 more seconds. I does not see second to the right of P. I does not see second to the right of P. Only 4% between M and I from either side. And between M and I from either. N who sits adjacent to M. M who does not sit second to the left of L. M does not sit second to the left of L. K sits at the corner. Q sits fourth to the right of H. 1, 2, 3. Who does not? H who does not sit adjacent to I or L. L who sits neither adjacent to L nor P. So JM, MH, KI, IL, JQ. I'll go with this one. Don't know what's wrong with the other. Dash is seventh to the right of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. L, H, J, no, M, I. Person sit between J and H when counted from left of H, so 3% as between J and when counted from left of J, 1, 2, 3, O. 10%, okay, so only dash person sit between K and N who routed right of K and N right of K. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many persons sit between L and M when counted from right of L? 1, 2. 7%. From left to right. So company from left to right. So A, C, M, N, O, P, Y. So 2. But for also 6, 21, 14, 3, 20, 9, 15, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No 14, no 28, no 20, no 8, no 24, no 12, no 17, 15, 22, 25, 7, 7. So 2. Second, fifth, seventh, ninth. Second, fourth, fifth, seventh, ninth. Okay. Is isto cute. I don't think any word can be formed. So mark Z. I don't think I have time for any of the others. So just submit this section. Okay. Okay, so this particular hot sauce, I'll skip this one. The government teachers in Karnataka are in dilemma as are in a dilemma as they struggle to in a dilemma. Dash William Shakespeare lived more than 400 years ago. Many records from that time are lost or never. Okay, since William Shakespeare lived this, then we know that Shakespeare's life revolved around two dash around two locations, Stratford and London. He grew up, had a family and dash property and bought property in Stratford, but he worked in London Center as English teacher, English theatre, as an actor, a playwright, and a partner in leading acting company. He became both dash and well known, both prosperous and well known, even without knowing everything about his life. Fans of Shakespeare have imagined and reimagined him according to their own. Fans of Shakespeare have imagined and reimagined him according to their own tastes. Freedom comes as our life in thoughts. Freedom comes as our life in thoughts. As our life in thoughts. Freedom comes as our life in thoughts. Predominate. Okay, what is asked? Diminish. 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 Niche. Experience moment predominates. I think diminish is incorrect. The giant outer planet Earth crowded miniature is correct. That boast intricate rings. This is incorrect. PQRS letter draft. The screenwriter submitted draft movie script. Okay. The sudden draft drop in temperature. No. The public speaking is a common draft that prevents me. I don't think that is called draft. So one European classification system defines truck as motor vehicles with at least four wheels used for the caravan of goods. I think caravan is not the correct use here. After his car broke down in the middle of the city, he had no choice but to head home on foot, in foot, non foot. So one is incorrect. If your headache persists, headaches, if your headaches persist for more than a week, you should schedule an appointment with a physician because mice is nocturnal. You will usually hear them scratching inside the walls at night. If your headaches persist. Okay, I will go with it. Exploit international human rights. Organizations are working tirelessly to penalize clothing brands that exploit children and in their factories. Okay, the contract contains an exploit clause stating that neither party can terminate the exploit clause. Exploit. No. To remain competitive in global market, tech startups must fully exploit modern artificial. So only one is Viceroy of South Script. Script. Okay. Interesting RC. Bit lengthy as a paper. The lemonade is both sweet and tangy. Is both sweeter and tangy than it was. Both and tangier than it was. The event represents fashionable dress styles from the 15th century than the contemporary period. From to contemporary contemporary period. Again, so what ethics is a set of value guiding fish guessing spelling is incorrect. Every time you click buy on an online order, the chances are that your purchase start getting processed within minutes. Increasingly, the journey starts with a squat silver floor, robot gliding beneath a storage rack, lifting a shelf and carrying it across a warehouse to a waiting worker. A Geek Plus's factory in the eastern Chinese city of Hefei fleets on the robots are built and tested before being shipped to warehouse around the world. Some of the biggest retailers in Britain include Tesco, Asda, and Next. Now use the technology of the company by automating this repetitive journey. Geek Plus says retailers can increase picking speeds, store more goods in spaces that are hard to reach for humans, and reduce errors. Unlike traditional warehouse automation, which relies on fixed conveyor system, permanent infrastructure, autonomous mobile robots can be deployed simply using QR code, floor markers, and safety fencing. Geek Plus, which lists in Hong Kong last year in one of the biggest robotic share sales of 2025, has become the world's largest supplier of autonomous mobile robots. The UK has struggled with weak productivity growth for more than a decade, and economists say wider adoption of robotics will be essential if businesses are to become more efficient. According to the OECD, Britain's low adoption of robotics is surprising given its manufacturing heritage, noting that while UK firms have embraced mature digital technologies, they lag behind in robotics and automation. That presents an opportunity for companies such as Geek Plus. The UK has one of Europe's largest e-commerce and logistics sectors, but many warehouses are still in the early stages of automation. Britain has already become Geek Plus's biggest European market, with UK partner Motion Tech deploying more than 2,000 robots across 10 warehouse sites. Customers want fast deployable solutions, says Barry Pemberton, account director at Motion Tech. They want high volume, high storage, fast picking, ultimately on a smaller footprint with a reduced headcount. We seem to have a very big storage of labor in the UK at the moment. These technologies are really important to keep businesses thriving and meet demand. The Trade Union Congress, which represents almost 6 million UK workers, says robotics should be used to raise productivity and improve jobs rather than simply cut labor costs. In its response to government's consultation on a new AI and innovation strategy, it urged ministers to ensure workers are involved in decision about automation about and that employers invest in retraining. Robotics has become a strategic priority for Beijing under President Xi Jinping's drive to develop what he calls new quality productive forces. With China's working age population shrinking, policymakers increasingly see automation as essential to boosting productivity and maintaining the country's manufacturing advantage. The robotics story builds directly on China's electric vehicle ecosystem, says Kyle Chen, a researcher at the Brookings Universe Institution. Batteries, electric motors, cameras, sensors, and semiconductors developed for electric vehicles are increasingly being used across China's robotics sector, creating what he describes as overlapping industrial ecosystem. According to the passage, which is the following statement of TUC is most likely to agree with: reducing labor cost by adopting no. Workers should have a say in decision about automation. Yes, automation should happen only in a way. Robotics should be trained under skilled workers to maximize. More than one option is correct. Robotics should be trained under skilled workers. Okay, according to the passage, which of the following is a reason for which OECD considers Britain's low adoption of robotics to be surprising? Firms in the UK have themselves been involved in developing no. Firms UK have previously been recognized as the largest adopters of robotics now, has strong manufacturing heritage and has embraced it, okay, yet continue to lag behind robotics. Adoption of geek plus robots is correct based on the passage. It can lead to better utilization of space in Varga. Okay, maybe to safety and availability of stocks. No, not necessarily reduce the needs of warehouse. No, can lead to the utilization of the given space for multiple tasks. I mean, what's the difference between this and the first? Leads to better utilization of space in warehouse. It is a given space for multiple tasks. Can make so adoption of geek plus. I read something related to this, but currently I can't find that section. I will just skip this one currently. Passage: what does robotics story builds directly on China's electric vehicle ecosystem. China's vehicle system. Antonym of shrinking, expanding. Fleets. So fleets of robots, so groups. This particular hot sauce has a very mild flavor. So with error. So one has an error, either two or three. The weekly meeting mostly of mostly static consists mostly of consist of status updates from the marketing, marketing and designing teams. I think two also has an error. Hardly never does not come together. So one and three for sure. From long-time head coach Didier Deschamps. AE take over. The 54-year-old will take over from the long-time head coach Didier Deschamps, who stepped down after the World, which ended in disappointment for Les Blues. His viceroy of the south, Aurangzeb, ordered to, alarmed by Shivaji's rising strength, the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. So CDE ordered his viceroy of the south to march against him. This one of analyzing material properties, meaning neutrons can be okay. They do not harm materials, like meaning it can be non-destructive way. Mainly assist the historic rituals dedicated to Kamakhya Devi to the divine celebrate the divine feminine energy and the power of creation. Okay, here also an error. The company just released an incredibly slim laptop that easily slides into any standard backpack. You can complete the survey either. So only three is an erroneous thing. Definitely counts and ranking involved. You may not think of gardening as exercise, so ED to start with, but all the lifting, shoveling definitely counts, and the ranking involved. But the lifting, shoveling, ranking involved definitely counts. I think ED to start with, not think, but shoveling definitely counts. Many a brilliant idea, many a brilliant idea. Parents are highly encouraged to increase their energy containing liquids are claimed to effect on appetite to have relatively low effect on appetite. So AEB, appetite energy in liquids. Okay, so time's up. I think I chose to do the RC first, so that was a mistake. So from next sections, I will do the small questions first, then only I'll come back to RC. Okay, so quants. Okay, first one is a caselet. This is 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Yes, so 55. So 1, 5. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Into 1 plus 1, into 2 plus 1, into 3 plus 1, and into 4 plus 1. Yes. Then also 1, 3, 9. I don't know. I don't know. Into 2 plus 1, into 1 plus 2, into 2 plus 3, into 3 plus 4, 27, 31. So 56 is not an option, right? So I'll skip it. Divided by 2, divided by 3, divided by 4, 30 divided by 5. Yes. So 7 minus 1 plus 3 minus 1 minus 3 plus 9 minus 13. Yeah. Skip. AC can do a piece of work in 20 days. BC can do the same work in 24 days. If B completes the work alone in 40 days. So 126, 5, 3. For C, it is going to be 2. For A, it's going to be 4. A alone to complete the work. So A alone is 30 days. Ratio of upstream downstream 2, 3. So takes a total time of 8 hours to complete upstream this downstream. The total time taken by both to cover. Okay. So 40 plus what? We skip it. 36. It's 4. So 38 can be that speed of that boat, and 2 can be that speed, but not 2, 3 in upstream downstream, right? So 20, 30, no, won't work. If this is 36, this can be 24, then also no. Skip. I don't have time to make equation. In a container, there is 80-liter mixture. Okay. Skip. In a ratio of village population, village A to village B, 5 to 6. Division of village A are female, 22.5 female, which is okay, so this is given into 3. The total is 500 women. The ratio of male to female in B is asked. 1800 into 4 by 9. So this is going to be 800, but not given in the option. Excellent. Female, which is at 5 to 6, and the number of females quite sure that none of this is 3 times, right? Absolutely 30 times. 4, 5. Yes. So none of this. A shopkeeper marked his article at 80% above cost price, sold it after two successive discount of 25%. One fourth is 45. So 135 will remain. And then 20% means 27 goes. 20, if 27 goes, then 108 remains. Whole transaction made a profit of, so 8 is 96. So 12 times the sum of the areas of a square and rectangle is this. Okay, the side of the square is 14. So 196 goes from 388. So 8, 1, 8, and 1. The length of rectangle is 4 more than the breadth. So L 4 more than the breadth. So breadth into breadth plus 4 is this. So B square plus 4B minus 188 is 0. So from here, I can say that 188. So 294,247. So I have done some mistake. I think this is not 88, right? So this is 2, this is 9, so 192. 192 and 4. 16, 16 and 12, right? So minus 16. So 16 is breadth. So 20, 16, 20, 36 into 2, 72. Arun spends 20% of his income on food. Find total savings is asked. So 100 income, 20% food, 30% rent, 50% of the remaining. So 50, 50, 25% on miscellaneous. Arun, in the income of Arun is 25% more than that of Sumit. Sumit spends 60% of his income and save this. Okay, so 40% is 320. So 100% is 8,000. So Arun's income is 25, 1/4, so 1,000. So this is 30, 50, 25. So 25 remains savings. A shopkeeper has 20 mangoes and the cost of each mango is 35. 60% mangoes are sold at 25% profit. So percentage is asked. Okay, so 60% mango sold at 25%, 25% profit. Overall profit earned is okay, so 25, 20. I don't know, but the ratio is 6 and 4, or rather 2 and 3. So this is 5 is 2, so 7.5 less, so 12.5. Amit has some money and he invested the money in two schemes, A and B, on simple interest. He invested 4/9 of the money in scheme A for 2 years, 10% annum. The rest of the money in scheme B for 3 years, 8% per annum. Total interest received. So from here 2080, from here 24, 120. So total 2,200 is 4. Um, so 24% of 5, 120. What's going on? For 3 years, right? 8%. So he invested 5 units. Okay. So he invests 4 units at 20% and this units in 24%. Okay. So overall he got 20, 24. I don't know, but this is 4, this is 5. So total 9. So 200 by 9 is his total. This is equal to 4,000. So what's going on, bro? Skip it. The ratio of the numbers of males and females of hall. Okay, I'll just look for simplifications. Okay, so next, the ratio of males and females present in a hall 67 when 60 males and 50 males left. The ratio of the males to females 4 to 5. So 2 decreases, 2 decreases. Okay, but the this is not matched. Okay, find the number of females if after the departure of 50 females 60 more females 60 more females came. Okay, so initially 7 female were there, so 7 minus 50 plus 60, so 7 plus 10. So whichever the answer is, minus 10 should be a multiple of 7. This is not, this is not, this is not, this is not, so I'll go with this one. I'll just check it. So if so, this is saying to be 350 50 times, so 240 300, yes, satisfying. Okay, so 32 into 15 plus 32 into 5 equals 200 times x. So this is 32 into 20 equals 200 into x, 200% of x, so 2 times x, so 320. 8 cube plus 11 cube, 64 plus 121 by 37, 185 by 37. It's going to be 5, so 25. What percent of, so 24 into x plus 90 into 3 equals 200 into 5, right? So it's 270 and 1000. If we subtract it, 270, so 720, so 30 approx. So 24 plus, this is what, 2 less, so 23, or rather 48 is equal to 1/4 of x. So it's going to be 2 7 into 4, 280, 290 approx, or 288 is to be precise. So 4/5 of 600, it's 450 plus 25 into 12 is 300 is equal to 39 into x, so 750, but it's close to 20 but less than 20. Yeah. Total number of satellite, number of geo satellite. Okay, so okay, these are very large questions. Okay, find the average of LEO. So in 18 and 19, right? So 18 60 20 80 1 3 4 4 and 19, right? So 80 and 6 by 2, either 3 or 8. Okay. 80 1 2 28 28 80. So 24 and 28 is 6, 8. So 3680. Number of geo satellites launched in 17, 16, 17 geo. 16, 17 geo. Yes, so 29 and 19. How much percent more or less than the Leo in 2020? So Leo in 2020 is going to be 6, 4. 6, 4. Difference 6, 4. So 19. So 30 and 18. 40, so 64 minus 48 by 64. This is 16. So 1/4 means 25. I don't know the number of Leo satellite in 16 and 20. So in 16, it's going to be 40. So 60 to end with only one option. Okay. Percentage of girls who played basketball out of the number of students. Okay. Find the total number of students who play basketball from Q and T respectively. For girls who play basketball, the total number of students. But the total number of students is not given, right? Number of boys who played basketball and total number of students who play basketball. Girls who play basketball out of the total number of students. Who plays basketball, right? So okay, then boys is going to be for Q and T. I'm calculating. For Q, the number is 24 plus, so 60%. So 40% is 24, 6 times, so 36. And for T, it is going to be 42 plus, so 70% is 42, so 6 times, so 18. So this is 60, this is 60, so 1:1. Number of boys who plays number of boys from S who plays basketball from S who plays basketball is 36% less than the number of boys who play from P. So 48, so 12, so 25% less. Find the average number of boys who plays basketball in Q, R, S. In Q it's 24, in R it's 30, in S it is 36. So 60, 30, 90, total 30 average. If during game in school Q, 1/8 and 1/6 total number of boys and girls got injured, school Q got injured while playing. So okay, so 1/8 of Q, right? So Q 24 we have, so that is 3 and 1/6. So in Q 24 is 40%, so 60. 6, so 36, 6, so total 9 students got injured. And number of boys from another school U is, so boys is 60% more than that of R, 60% more. So 30, 60, 80, 48. And total number of students who played from U is 160. Find the number of girls who play basketball, 160. So 12, 112. Okay. Okay. In a container A, there is 80 liter of container of milk. And container B, okay. Okay, just 80 liter milk and water is 50. So 40%, 32, 80%, 40. Container should be milk in how much water should be added such that the ratio becomes 8 to 11 milk to water. So how much water? So 8, 4, so 4 liters. Okay. Next one is going to be this one, upstream speed. Okay, not possible to do. I'll just submit it. I'm hoping around 55 to 60-ish. Yeah, 58. Okay, I got many wrong in quantitative aptitude. English also. It's not quite up to that mark, but I think I need to do the reasoning section with a bit more clarity. I'm taking too much time for that. The English was also quite difficult. It's seeming to be quite difficult for the last few tests, so I may need to work on that also. But Quant is very low. I attempted close to 23, 24, I guess, 24. But this means I have committed 4 mistakes. So that's not to my likely. But I cannot see where I have committed those mistakes. So I guess that's it for now. Thanks for